Oh, God.
And while you're being so forthcoming about your felony distribution.
All right. Hi, how are you? We got this going on. We'll be doing this. And, oh, I forgot to do my advertising. All right. So what I do is I go on here and I send to all my things. Okay. Hi, how are you? I'm Omega, and we are going to be talking about comedy. I went on TikTok and was attacked, like brutally, man. They just all attacked me. Woo. So, yeah. I'm sharing all my stuff, seeing how, people can, see I'm on live. So anyway, I was like, wow, Whew. Yeah, I was going, oh, this really sucks. I mean, I was attacked. I stayed off my phone and just said, fuck it, I will go live, I will go live tonight and I will do it different. Yeah. So, yeah. All right. Let's drink from my special water thing. Let me show you that. Let me get it operational. This is it. I got it a long time ago. And, oh, God, I think I got it like 6 years ago. Well, it could have been 4. There we go. And then you put the top on. And it gives a special like air bubbles or whatever. And I'm like, oh, this is cool. Where did I put the top? Oh, fuck. Oh, here's the top. Oh. So I do this. Yeah, I was pretty well attacked. I was like going, geez, what did I do to deserve this? So I just went off and they did their own thing. And I thought to myself, wow, they're really jealous. That lets me know that my character is really good. If you get a lot of people who are not funny, who are not known themselves. And what happened was I was attacked because I am funny, and I was attacked because of the fact that they probably knew the person that I was talking about. A lot of people, that's her kind of nickname. A person that I used to work with was nicknamed Snake Lady, because that's all she talks about. It's all she knows. That's it. She knows about snakes and their habitat and all that stuff, but she also eats them, and she's not mentally well. And a lot of people feel sorry for her because she puts on an act that is, I'm everyone hates me, nobody likes me type of deal. And it doesn't hit well with me because she's not a that she's a very calculated, not well, mentally well person at all. Now, usually I don't talk about the mental unwell or whatever, but she really, would you quit it? You and your lights. Leave my thing alone. Yeah, I love you. I really do. I think you're a cute cat, and you are my wubbers, my little lover wubbers, my little snugglers. Okay, go up. He'll get so oof. All right, all right. Here we go. I'm doing my laundry. There, my thing is done. There we go. All right. So, yeah, it was scary because this person is not very well. But Christina had the Emporium. She actually had one. It was a regular one. She used to make jewelry and she was really funny. Yeah. Quit biting me. Ow. That hurts. No biting. No biting. All right. You're off. He's being bad. He won't let me talk. He'll want me to play with him. So, yeah. I had the weirdest dreams. I also, well, let me show you. Is it in here or which pocket is it in? Oh, it's in here. I've been smoking my mushroom. So it's like, whoa, it's really, I think it's a good, thing for sleeping. It doesn't really do nothing to me. It doesn't, it helps me sleep mainly. So let's do some weed. I'll make a joint for my slim joints. Yeah, so I'm not really impressed with, I thought TikTok would be something of a good platform, but I'm going to meet haters. I know I am. And that's fine. You quit it. And that's fine. It's a part of the process of meeting haters and dealing with them. I was attacked by 10 different people at the same time, and I'm only one. I think that's a lot of excessive because if you're traveling with a buttload of comedians, they're kind of, when you get backstage, hey man, I'm so sorry. This is, you'll get some kind of camaraderie where you can talk with someone and to deal with the fact of that and to feel like, when you got people like that who are so jealous that they will actually, do stuff like that, I rather not hear what they have to say, you know. It's because of Snake, the actual Snake lady, she is not mentally well. She's the type of person I expect to be seeing in prison for killing someone. I'm going to be honest with you on that one. I am not going to lie. I'm not going to sit there and say anything to that, except that I think that um, this person is not mentally well. I just like the name Snake Lady and stuff. Yeah, and I make her have, I have certain, things of she eats snake, but she is more mentally sane than this person. And I'm going to give it to you on that. You know, a lot of comedians, not just myself, will use, people they have known through their life, including Robin Williams, who used to talk about family members of his own or, just his in general. what, and it's just what I'm doing. If people don't like, then and they want to off me or whatever, because that's what I was pretty much told, that if I kept up what I was doing, that I would be hurt in some way. And I'm like, look, I'm going to go and leave, and you guys can go figure out how to be big girls and big boys, because I'm done with that day. And I just, I don't need my phone today. So I went and gave my phone a rest and let it charge. And you guys figure out what you want to do. And then today I went, got up early, and yeah, I picked up his food and stuff. Yeah. Would you quit it? So I'm making my joint. Hi, how are you? Oh, I got lurkers as always. So put a thumbs up. It does help with people seeing my content, and, you know, being happy hearing about stuff. And right now I'm talking about my character. I was attacked on TikTok. I was called that, brutally attacked, because people are so jealous. Thank you. And there's nothing I can do about it. You know, I mean, people are crazy. And when I was attacked, I just said, hey, you know what? It's my thing. I'll just go off. And I do not like being attacked like that ever again. Hi, Carrie. Happy Sunday. Yeah. So, anyway, I went on TikTok and was attacked and was told if I keep using that character, excuse me, my cat is insinuating he wants to play. They said that they were not happy with the character. And I said, wow, if I'm getting that kind of, close to 10 people on TikTok, it's obviously that it's a character that's memorable and it's going to be kept. I mean, hell, if they keep it up, I'll put the character's middle name as the person, I'll put it as, Snake Lady Marie, because that was my one friend's middle name. Yeah, I knew the name. Yeah. Christina was something. Yeah, she had, my kids talk about this. It was my son. He sat there and said, what's the problem with Christine? And he was telling his friend that she had her pussy miles was no longer available. I go, what the hell are you talking about? The miles in which your private parts have is how much people will help you. So if you don't get a lot of help anymore, or not as much, your pussy miles are running out as a woman. And it goes for old women too. It doesn't matter if you're, it goes for anybody. You know, it really does. You got the private parts. I've known some women. Which one are you? Do you got friends that no longer call you? Do you no longer have friends that call you? Well, I'll tell you what. If you no longer have friends, then then your miles might be up. You know what I mean? Pussy miles. That's right. If you were calling up someone that you talked to a couple weeks and you were just friends, there's no any sexual innuendo or anything going on, then you might be up with your pussy miles. Your pussy miles might be just up, and you're going, oh crap, what did I do wrong? I go to Newtown because my pussy miles are up here. So if your pussy miles are up, it's not just, it's another way of saying that your attitude is not making it with the town or city you're in. So you might have to move because your pussy miles are up. Just here's another thing to think about this. You're famous, right? Let's pretend you're famous and somebody dies. You know what they say about when famous people die? What's right? Savannah and I were talking about that amongst everyone. And they had 3 people die. Hulk Hogan, and then Ozzy Osbourne, and another person. Somebody named them. But yeah. But if I was a famous person, oh shit, there's 2 other in this slot. We all gotta hurry up. Somebody else gotta die because I'm afraid to go out and go drive me out and get an accident, die. I'll be the second person. Fuck. I wonder if that happens if famous people are calling their lawyer. Yeah, just in case, I want to make sure that, Aunt Matilda don't jack her shit. I want her to get a penny. Yeah, I want you to put 2 pennies and put her on her eye. I want a videotape to put on YouTube. Thank you. I said to myself, geez, well, I talked to my son. He told me there's pussy miles. Women have pussy miles. And once those miles are up, they're never coming back. And I said, really, Devin? Well, they'll have to go to a new town. I said, wouldn't they go to a new town? Well, sometimes that works, but he said pussy miles are like, they're fucking crazy. They need help. And a lot of people who are going in the system, if you have gone to jail more than 6 times this year, you might need to seek therapy. If you have gone and stalked your neighbor and friends online and did nasty things, you might be crazy. If you have gone to bed with more than 20 men because you think that if you don't have sex with everybody of your friends that they hate you, you might be crazy. If your idea of monogamous is only having sex with all the people you work with, you might be crazy. If you had the idea of killing a coworker and getting their insurance money because you know people in the office and you got their social security number and you hire a hitman, you're known as being that's not a bad idea. You known as, well, a little bit more, idealistic on money. Oh gosh, that's the one thing I've learned watching these shows. And you get these different documentaries on people who kill your neighbor. How would a guy helps a neighbor do their insurance policy because he's an older guy. And he thinks, wow, I know this guy since I was a kid, and I'm going to go and get an insurance policy. Not that they're going to kill them. They become a point of interest when they find out. It's like, shit, well, he's like a dad to me. I put out stuff, and we've helped each other. And if you sit back and the person dies naturally, it's fine. But if you kill them and collect the insurance policy, you're considered that is bad. That is real bad. That is real, 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 real bad in a way that you can't think about. Mm. You might be a nutbag if your idea of being a good friend is telling everybody nasty, untrue stuff behind their back and making up stories. You might be a little bit. If your idea of being a good citizen is making false police reports, you might be in bad. You might be a big old nutbag. If your idea of liquid diet is alcohol, you might be a severe alcoholic and you need to get help. Besides that, you're stupid as fuck. Most they say, and what they said about Ozzy Osbourne, I think it was he drank so much alcohol, let's see, oh gosh, it caused a lot of his health problems. A lot. And I always tell people this: you pickle your brain if you drink too much. And a lot of people who are severe alcoholics, by the time they range the age of 50, their brain is starting to turn to mush and they are not mentally all there. If they are a severe alcoholic, when they get up in the morning and have to have a drink, then that means, if in a lot of ways, they need to quit now. If they don't, they could be dead in between 3 to 5 years. I'm pretty good at guesstimating, because if you're waking up having the shakes and shit, then you obviously have some serious problems, you know? I've seen people go through it all the time. My ex, I've had people I worked with, and that's how long they usually last. And when we're talking, I worked with a guy who was 10 years younger than me. I was 45 and he was 35, and he's no longer living. It is what it is. It's not my rules. Yeah. If your idea of being a long distance friend is stalking somebody, then you might be in that bag. If your idea of saying something nice is spreading shitloads of rumors, you might be a super nutbag. If you tell people you are an alien from another planet, not an alien from Costa Rica or an alien from wherever, you're an alien from another planet, have no proof, you don't got no ray guns or vehicle, you just might be a super nutbag. And that was warned to me by my father and his friend who worked in a institution where they had people calling themselves God, people calling themselves the devil. And he used to joke that the aliens and the devil were ganging up on God, and Jesus down the other end wanted to bless everybody. You get my point? Yeah. You will tell people you're an alien slash witch slash whatever. You might be a beyond ultra slooper slutty nutbag. I'm telling you, man, if someone tells you that they're an alien slash, you're dealing with a psychopath. You really are. I don't know what it is with psychopaths. They like these long indentation, like and they just go on. Psychopaths like that because while they're talking and telling you their shit, they're killing you. That's the psychopath. Sociopath will steal from you. A sociopath will steal from you. Do you know what they do? And help you look for it. Yep, got brother likes a sociopath. He'll go and steal from you all day long and help you look for it. Never find the shit ever. Yep, that's a sociopath. And they are just like roaches. You can't get rid of them. They don't get a job. They don't get their shit together. They got they run low on pussy miles for women and dick miles. There's dick miles too. You got the men who they just run short. You know what I mean? It's just you can't deal with either of these. The pussy miles or dick miles. Usually they run around with other people. They're not funny. And well, they are until they really give it to you. You know what I mean? It's for real. That's right, real. Because they're real. Yep. And so if they tell you they're an alien witch, You're talking with a psychopath because psychopaths like the long intention. I'm a walrus unicorn. And I'm going to be honest with you. Anytime you deal with these people, please be careful because the sociopath will stab you. A psychopath will stab you more than once, more than twice, maybe 7 times, just to make sure that those are usually in their mind an act of passion because they're passionate about getting their drugs. They're passionate about getting the 5 finger fee of getting it free. They're passionate about having their drugs and their high. Yeah, that's the passion. It's not a love of, it's a love of different things, but it's a passion, a different passion. You know what I mean? That stuff's for real. You're a real pain in the butt. You know that? When you own a cat, toilet paper has to be kept way up higher, put away, because any the cat looks at it, it's a toy. You come home, that special deal you got at Walmart, the 300, 300 rolls, and it's all on your freaking floor, and you're going, what the turn? Where's my cat? I know my cat's in there because that's white. My cat is black. And then a little alien, yeah, you're so angry. Do you know what my mama still's asking? Why do you Why you got your toilet paper in the bag? And it's all, oh, geez, you let your cat get. I told you about that. And then you get yelled at, called stupid. Well, you forget. I smoked a bong full of weed and mushrooms. And then my friend came over and had moonshine. Jesus Christ, I was lucky enough the next morning to find out what my name was, let alone, you know, worried about 300 rolls all over. Oh, yeah. But my cat was really clean about it. He had three, and I kid you not, 3 mounds. He made them. He's got his problems. He's not a normal cat. I get it. No more toilet paper in cat's eye view. You got to keep that stuff put up and put away because cat has too much fun. My household is not happy. I told them they need to eat more, so they had to go to the bathroom more, and that would make it a lot easier. But my mama said, look, we all are old and we like to feel fresh down there, so we use our wet wipes. Oh, crap. It's going to take years for us because. Oh. So, anyway, I do watch people and I see what they do. And a lot of people who are not mentally sound will go and tattle on other people. They won't leave clues and say, yeah, check the cameras out at this date, this time stamp. I'll guarantee you'll see something. You're not telling on them, you're telling them to go look. But a person who's not mentally well will go and tell all the time. In fact, they'll overtell and act like you're their best friend because you're getting people in trouble. So when you deal with those people, record a lot of your stuff on your phone. Yes, you need witnesses, so don't be alone. So anytime I ever have any kind of problem, I bring my friend Sarah or Savannah, and I have them as my witness when I'm dealing with people who are not mentally stable. And there's a lot of people out there, the controller. They like to control everything and talk back behind someone's back if they are questioned or told the real shit. They cannot deal with reality, and they are the Harry Potter of the whole thing of the workforce because they're really weak. And then you got the follower. The follower is just somebody who follows the controller mindlessly without question. And then you got, as in dealing with people that you will be dealing, the sociopath, someone who tries really hard at first to be your best friend. They'll steal and help you look for it. They are the biggest pains in the ass. They're like cockroaches of the community, mentally community, because they're hard to get rid of. They'll stalk you. They'll do all kinds of crazy shit, And I know that my brother every so often stalks me. Hey, brother, if you're stalking me, do the DNA test. You're going to be floored. We don't have the same daddy. Oh, I'm not joking. Because I told my sibling, I knew for years the truth. My dad and I talked. He says, if I told my brother, Eric, the truth, he would disown me. And I couldn't deal with being disowned, so I never told my brother. My daddy's dead. Let's all have a fun time. Eric, go get that DNA test. I did 23andMe and Ancestry. Hey, pick one. I try to be funny. There's everyday things in life. I do kind of like what a Robin Williams, what you would expect. So I'm thinking of not making Snake Lady the main character or wearing the wig anymore. I'm going to be talking as me and just making that. I knew a neighbor, Snake Lady, and see how that goes from there. Because the way I'm doing it, I'm getting too much negative attention with the wig. It just doesn't get it. I can finally drink coffee again. I was told by a friend of mine that I talk to every so often. I said, you know, I can't drink coffee no more. I get just the most horrible stomach aches and you name it, including feeling just crappy, like, sick to my stomach. Oh, yeah. It's because the acids, it's very acidic. So she said, go to Java. They got a great deal. Get two of the bags. That's $50, $25 a bag. You use one scoop. It should bring you to a month if you don't go over. But if you do, you just, wait till you have your next shipment. So we talked about it and I ordered it. Guess what? I can actually, for the first time, drink coffee and I don't have no crashes. This has got protein in the coffee, like 10 grams of protein. So I'm like, woohoo. I did this because I do like my coffee. So yeah. You might be crazier than fuck if Your idea of being a friend is backstabbing them. I know I use the big old F word, but man, you know, sometimes I've just gotten to the point to now get close to new people at first and give it a 3 month thing because it's been that's how it works. If you're like kind of standoffish for 3 months, you find out who they are. And boy, I got to treat it like how I used to treat people when I had young kids. When I had a young son and daughter, and a new person was hired in at work, I gave it 3 months before I talked to them as a personal note, gave out my numbers, said, hey, come over, here's my address. Because I have children. I don't know if they're, a Pedro. And then when they had the thing where you can look up people's information, I used to pay $15 a month. And each new person, I'd find out their name and do a background check. So if you have somebody telling you that they've been in a coma for 10 years, and then they go tell another person down the street that they've been in a coma for 8 years, and people in the neighborhood are going, were they in prison? And the only time that a lot of people will not say what they were in prison for is because they play badly with children, if you get my drift. And that's what I was told. So when I talked with someone that seemed a little bit off, I go, you've been in the big house. You've been on vacation for a long term and don't want to tell somebody who is also mental if they lie, like super lie. I've known friends of mine who were in a coma for only a couple months and they had to learn how to fucking use the bathroom and walk again. Mhm. What's in your wallet? So, do you have pussy miles? Do people just run when they see you? Is your idea of fun be, uh, if your idea of fun is stalking other people, then your pussy miles might be up. Please move to the next town or city. Thank you. My dad thought that Pussy Miles was hilarious. He goes, doesn't that go for men too? Yes. Dick Miles. Men have Dick Miles. And it's especially if they have drama and they put drama on you and they put drama on other people and they just drama, drama, drama. After a while, you're like, I don't like those kind of miles. They're crazy. That's when you're dealing with a nut bag. When you're dealing with a nut bag, you know the whole warning signs. Warning sign one, when the romance is over, is you start hearing from friends that they're screwing somebody else. And it was my daddy. He had pictures. It looked just like him. But my ex said it wasn't clear enough. Oh, it looked just like him with another woman. Very expensive restaurant he never took me to. Then you have, warnings about other things. The other warning is extreme, extreme, extreme anger when you call them out on it. And then they spread a rumor about you that you're messing around when you're not. And you're just sitting home. So I just said, fuck, I might as well not do anything because apparently to senior psychopath, I'm like, woo, having whatever. And I'm like, apparently he doesn't realize I work. When I leave the house, I'm not going to a party, unless it's called wearing dusty clothes. Unless it's called wearing dusty clothes and playing with clay. Oh, yeah. We had that special nifty clay party we don't tell anyone about. We dance around and put lights on our head and say, we're fireflies. Yeah, when I first started working, the rumor was going around that I was gone for 8 to 10 hours, sometimes 12. And I'm at a party. What kind of party wears like dusty clothes and in the wintertime dusty other clothes, coats? Come on, tell me. You know, is it I'm still oh, I even looked online, dirty parties. Yeah, I'm being honest. I looked up for dirty parties. I got a little bit more than what I wanted. No, they have. I am. You all know that you're dating a sicko if he thinks that when you work at a place that handles bentonite clay, that you're working as the mud girl. The mud girl naked and wrestling in the mud. Ooh, I got a real winner now. Oh, yeah. Well, you could go and put for the job yourself. They got a man. Oh, they got the men's competition. That's right. You see, ooh, when you're dealing with a nutbag like that, you get court order, tell them, I work at this place. We handle bentonite clay. I come home dusty. Senior psychopath thinks that I work as a mud girl. I'm wrestling naked, and he kind of wants to know where I work. I told him he could put in for job himself. We got a men's area too. Yeah. So I try to put a funny, twist on it because that's pretty much what he was putting out, that I was having a little bit too much fun. That's right. It gets cold here in the desert. It's not something edible, baby. So when it gets cold, ooh, I got a I'm getting another hand warmer. I'm telling you, I got a hand warmer. I'm getting another one for each cheek. Yeah, I'm gonna wear my special spandexy jeans. And I'm gonna put one in one jean thing and another one is a little bit well, and it warms your ass up. Oh, Lord. So then you warm your hands up instead of putting it on the heater like this. You put it on your ass and you go, oh, yeah. Then you put your other side of the hand, oh, yeah. Ooh, and then you feel nice, toasty. Then you get your work done. That's how you do it. When you're a clay worker and you have it for life. I'm a player. I'll be in that pit and working and smiling and making fun of people. Oh God, Mermaid Man just gotta look awful today. Whew. Yeah, his kids beat him. He got like 7 kids, but 5 at home. Oh my Lord. Oh, he's he always looks tired. And then we have his sidekick. Oh, we finally got Mermaid's Man sidekick. Oh, what's his sidekick name? Oh, Boo Boy. Well, we got a sidekick for Mermaid Man finally. I got tired calling thing 1 and thing 2. Asshole 1, asshole 2. They're entertainment. You can sit back and watch their little camaraderie over and over. Mermaid Man going, ooh, ooh, and then then his sidekick going, ooh, ooh, back, and then it's also funny. God dang! And then when they dance around together. Oh God. Oh, I don't want to quit my job time because I tell you, you get the entertainment right there. You just wait for it, and it will be happening right in front of you. You go, wow, oh boy. Oh, they're crazy, but it's good crazy. They're good crazy because they don't hurt no one. You entertain other people. Good crazy. When you get the bad crazy, the crazy where no one wants to work with you because you get in trouble, because you're tattling on everyone, because mentally you've been needing to be on Prozac like years ago, and your idea of being a human being is sending out rumors, because you're mentally inept as fuck. Yeah. That's a bad crazy. That's a crazy you don't want to hire or keep because you don't know if that crazy is going to go and well, do bad things like take a gun to work and go pow pow. I mean, take a pew pew to work and go woo woo. Well, gotta take my vitamin. Well, we're almost done here. Yeah, I've worked with some people that oh, Casey. Oh boy, Casey. He was special. Ooh, he was a special kind of crazy. He was all good and gravy for like ever. And then he goes off and goes to work. Oh, he was lit like a firecracker already. He was willing to go woo woo. So I put on the music. I figured that back then it was my speaker, so I got first dibbies. So what I did, I said, wow, yeah, all right. He's telling me he's working with shoes that are 350 bucks. And I'm like, wow, well, the only shoes I wear here, they're only about $100. I was joking with him. He looked at me and he goes, like that. I was joking. My shoes are not $100. My shoes I wear that are my favorites, they cost me 30 bucks and they're a good brand. They're really good. I love them. Here's another one of their brands. And it was 30 bucks too. And I love this brand. I wear them to work. I don't need $350 pair of shoes. So he went in with an attitude and I proceeded to get the music on and the manager proceeded to open up the place. I was working with Carl And wow, I put on 9 Mile and he went ballistic. Ooh, man. Then he started calling Carl and me. Boy, you know when you got them bags when they call you the righteous bitch, and you're going, "Ooh, boy, I'm a righteous bitch. Oh, you're gonna be somebody's bitch, I think. Oh, I just see the future. Oh, you could be somebody's bitch." Ooh. So every time that manager would leave, the gal would leave, the manager would leave, and here Casey would start screaming, just screaming, going, la 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 la. God damn. Do you think he's mental? Oh, yeah. And we're not talking the fact that I'm not even going to be throwing any kind of punches because he had a knife about this big and it was curved. I found that knife near my place, and I thought for a while that that person was stalking me. I don't know. I found that same knife and I just left it there. I was like, okay, And then one said, I'm going to pick it up and I put it away. Yeah. So after a while, I pulled management aside and said, that's nutty. He need to go home. He is acting nutty. And then Carl goes, oh, yeah, every time you leave, he's got us pegged and he's yelling and screaming at us. Okay. So they proceeded to tell Nutbag to leave. Oh. Nutbag went home and beat the you know what out of his wife. I went to jail. He was supposed to the next day start at Walmart. Well, I guess that job's on hold. So, yeah, to say the least, there's been some nutbags. Some of them I wish they would have been, fired 9 months sooner. When you work with somebody that says that it was not a a fight of passion. I'm like, oh, you won't lie, girl. You lie, 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 lie. You lie, so lie. Because you have the passion of the drug, the passion of getting the drug, the passion of getting the drug free. You get my gist. So if you're dealing with someone like that, you might not want to converse with them, not on a personal level. Don't bring them into your house. And if you got people making, let me just put another red light that somebody is woo, is that they were in a coma for 10 years. Holy flying fuckaroony. You're amazing. Are you put in that special amazing person book? The Guinness Book of World Records. Can I find you? Because that's what I'm thinking. Are you in that Guinness Book of World Records? Woo! Even 8 years is too long. A month, it costed my friend years of therapy. So think about when someone says they've been in a coma for 10 years, and then they tell your neighbor down the street they've been in a coma for 8 years. You guys, do they think that neighbors don't talk, amongst each other? It makes me think, you know, what kind of bad things did you do to get in the pokey? Yeah. What kind of bad things did you do to get in the prison, jail? Well, if it's 10 years, it's a prison, even 8. So if you did, let's say you had 10 years, but you got out in 8, that's where I'm getting it from. You've been booked for 10 years to go in the prison system because what did you do? Did you do something bad? Did you kill like some people, a person, run them over by accident, back over by accident, run over, back over, and they just look like mincemeat? Or did you play bad with children? These are the things that go in my head. And I would never, if someone told me a big fat fucking lie like that, bring them into my inner circle ever. That's called cuckoo. You never put someone to run your product. Like, say you have a truck line and you hire them let's say, serial killer, and everywhere that person goes and that truck is noted because it's like where it is with GPS, and you don't do a background check, that's your bad. If they do bad under your name, call it like, the moving company, and you're killing people on the job, like not people you work with, but other people. Oh, is that lovely? You like that dresser, and you know that woman's not going to enjoy it as much as you. You're a moving company, and you off the woman, and you go, well, we'll just take a couple things out of here and we'll deliver it. And that's what your motto is. I don't know. I watch too many of those documentaries. I really do. I got great ideas for stuff I can't use. So, anyway, have a great day. I am going to do something different. I don't know if I'm going to cook or what I'm going to do, but I do know that I am going to cook. Yeah. So, get my HelloFresh used up. So, uh, just understand there are red lights. And it's always the same 3 months. If you stand back for 3 months, I mean, I thought it was this weird rule I had, and I broke it a couple times, and I paid dearly not, to jump in right away. And I paid dearly. I was stalked online. I never get close to anyone I work with for 3 months or more. If I feel that they're causing other people problems and it's been over 3 months, I will stand back even further if they seem that they're not mentally capable. And that could be even if you go to a certain store and you have a cashier run your stuff and it's been like, say, 5 years, and it's a good looking guy and you're a decent looking woman, and you think maybe I should go out with that person, and you might want to, if it's only been, a month or two, you might want to give it a couple more months since you don't work with them or, unless you date them outside the home and keep them outside for 3, you know, bring them in your inner sanctum for 3 months. And usually it's been down to the point. 3 months has been when a lot of people start showing their true colors. Are they a good worker? Do they plan? Are they bullshit artists? Are they better off in a different area of your job site? Hey, don't know. My whole thing is you usually find out within a month or so if they make it to work regularly, you know? So, yeah, everyone, share love, light, and knowledge. It comes right back to you. Omega.